Alrighty boys, we got some new supply drops coming very soon, as well as a ton of DLC weapons leaked within the files of Call of Duty World War II. We're going to be discussing everything you guys need to know, and with that being said, let's jump right into it. What is going on YouTube? My name is Rich, or Right Away. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm joined with another YouTuber, I10Kid, if you want to say what's up.
Yo, what is going on guys? Aaron or I10Kid here. Today we got some insane Call of Duty World War II updates, supply drops, weapons, variants. There's so many things. I'm gonna explode.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Everything just dropped on us like a bomb, and we're basically going to be discussing and explaining, and it's going to be a crazy video. We have new supply drops, new weapons, like my boy Aaron said, pictures of variants and weapon animations and videos, and everything just dropped on us like a bomb. Some of you guys might be excited for this because, you know, some of you guys like new DLC weapons and new, you know, supply drops, new variants, stuff like that. Others may not feel the same way, but like I said, we're Call of Duty YouTubers. We like to discuss everything. We like to, you know, keep you guys updated and, you know, up to date on what's going on in the World War II and Call of Duty community. So if you guys enjoy the video, drop a like. We need 2,000 likes on both of our videos. Throw up them heavy ones, boys, okay? Even if you are in Russia, Germany, Poland, Italy, whatever.
Any country.
Drop a like right now. You know, throw up those heavy ones.
We got some weapons, we got some variants, but we also have new supply drops. Now, we have the legendary, the epic, and the weapon supply drop. Now, off top, when I see legendary, epic, and weapon, I'm thinking going right back to BO3, right back to IW, where they have set, you know, supply drops that give certain rarities. You might have a guaranteed legendary in the legendary drop. You might have a guaranteed epic in the epic drop, and then, of course, a weapon supply drop, just like a free DLC weapon bribe. Now, this is where the distinction has to be drawn. Is the weapon supply drop a new weapon? Are they adding DLC weapons, or is it a new weapon variant? Now that's a iffy topic, because if they add new weapons, then it's stat changing at some certain degree. Are the variants going to be stat changing? Because as of now, this update isn't in Call of Duty World War II, but it's coming very soon, considering COD Points is coming out tomorrow. This update and these leaked weapons and supply drops are going to be added to the game very soon. So what are your thoughts on the supply drops, Raid?
I mean, in a sense, I sort of saw this coming, just because IW had it, Black Ops 3 had like so many weapon bribes. So, you know, the legendaries, it's kind of weird at the moment, just because the legendary items are only like, I believe, calling cards, taunts, and like, you know, pistol grip variants. So I don't really know why you would get excited for a legendary. If they really are implementing a legendary supply drop, it would have to be a little bit better. Like, I feel like there's starting to be, you know, weapons, legendary maybe, like, I don't know, because why would you open
camos?
Yeah, or camos, you know, yeah, exactly, camos. We haven't even seen them yet. You know, we did upload a video recently talking about brand new leaked camos too, so hopefully we do see some camos soon. But yeah, the legendary supply drops, I feel like they wouldn't be as good. Moving on to epics though, you know, we have some awesome epic weapons in World War II at the moment. And then the weapon bribes, like you said, is it new DLC weapons guaranteed, you know, new DLC weapons, which we will go over in just a second here, or is it like a guaranteed heroic or epic, you know what I mean, like, or heroic or epic variant. So we really don't know what's inside or what the contents are within these supply drops, but for right now we just have or just know of 3 new supply drops coming into the game. So moving on, we have a ton of weapons, a ton of images to talk about and kind of discuss with you guys. So the first weapon here is the Gewehr 43. Now, we discussed this before. I believe you uploaded a video on your channel as well talking about some new DLC weapons, and we just have some images of the base variants. We also have, I believe there's like 4 new variants of the Gewehr, just kind of, you know, angles of what the weapon will look like on the actual, you know, physical epic and heroic cards, and they do look pretty awesome. I think you're looking at the images too. The heroic looks pretty dope, as well as the epic looks really nice too. And I believe we do have an image or a video, sort of like animation of this weapon too. So this one we'll probably be seeing, you know, quicker than the other weapons, just because we have an actual video and animation, a reload animation of this one. So we definitely could be expecting the Gewehr. But if you want to discuss the next weapon,
yeah, and just to add to Raid's point, all these things will be linked below in the description. We can't put them within our videos because they are leaks. They're not in the game right now, so we don't want to run into, you know, any issues. I don't want Michael Condrey knocking on my door saying, yo, 10, take that vid down. So we got the Type 5 as well, which seems to be some sort of assault rifle, but it could be like a semi-automatic sniper. I'm not too sure. It kind of has that look to it, almost like an MX Garand, where if you looked at it from the side, it could be a sniper, could be a rifle. Again, pronunciations, we apologize if we're messing this up because I don't know how to pronounce this, but we have the Volks Strummer. I'm not too sure if the G is silent or not, but that's another weapon. We also have the Beretta 38, which includes, again, a list of various variants that have different camos, different looks, different appeals to them. Raid, a throwback to AW. What's that next weapon? You know I like this one.
Yeah, so right now we have the Sten, and this is a very popular weapon. We've seen it in a bunch of Call of Duties. We know that Advanced Warfare, another Sledgehammer, Call of Duty, they brought this back later on in the game too as a DLC weapon. Like the other ones, we have the base variants, we have a couple of other variants, like 4 variants as well. We have like another view, we have like side views, angle views, stuff like that. So this is definitely a pretty much confirmed weapon. I personally thought this was going to be in like the base game, like one of the base weapons, like the Type 100 or something, but it wasn't. And I guess they kind of decided to go with a DLC, new weapon route, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The weapon variants look absolutely amazing. Like, it changes the weapon a lot, so I can't wait to actually, unlock these variants, unlock the epic and heroic ones, play with them, see how much they actually change the iron sights and the play style of this weapon. So I'm very, very excited for this, Sten. Can't wait for this one. If you wanted to talk about the other one, the next one.
Yeah, we also have the Beretta 30, which seems to be some sort of LMG heavy-duty assault rifle. Kind of reminds me of like a classic RPD or a Hammer or a Scar H, like a big, hefty weapon. Could be an AR, could be an LMG.
For sure.
We also have the M1919, which if you're thinking to yourself, that sounds pretty familiar. We already have the 1911. I don't really know what they're doing with this one. Just like the Sten, I don't know if it's gonna be the same as what's the weapon? I think it's the bootlegger, which we had a leak for, and we also have the waffle within World War II. So MG81, another weapon that could be possibly added to World War II. Again, I don't know if it's a variant or a weapon, because a lot of these weapons that I'm seeing, if you look at the variants, if you click the link down below, they look quite similar to already existing weapons within the game. So I don't know if they're going to be additional variants. I don't know if they're build-offs from a certain weapon. Like if you were to bring out the MP7 and then have the MP7 Mark II or the Peacekeeper, the MSMC, where they throw back the weapons, but it would be like a reverse because the weapon is already within World War II. So I don't know how they're going to structure these things. I don't know whether they're going the DLC weapon route or the variant route. But again, these weapons are not in the game right now. They're leaked, so keep that in mind because they could change when they come out. The weapon variants we're seeing right now, the way they're interacting with the game, could alter as they actually get added to supply drops. The next weapon raid, this is another one that I like.
Yeah, so we have the Arisaka Sniper, and a lot of snipers are going to be excited for this one. Like the other ones, we have the base weapon picture as well as different variants, and the variants for this one look absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for the Arisaka Sniper. Everyone's using sort of like the car right now. Sometimes, the Lee Enfield, whatever, but I think snipers are really going to be excited for this one. I feel like a lot of people are going to be hitting clips with this one, and that's just this next sniper, I guess, that they're going to be implementing into the game. The next one here is the Winchester 94 lever action. So this one, I guess is going to be maybe like an assault rifle. It kind of looks like an assault rifle. We've seen, what do we see? The lever action in Advanced Warfare 2. I think the lever action...
That was the same update as the Sten.
As the Sten, right, yeah. So the Sten and the lever action came out at the same time for Advanced Warfare. So it's kind of cool how they're doing like a little throwback to, one of their older games. So the lever action seems like it's going to be a semi-auto sort of assault rifle, which we have a ton of those in World War II at the moment, like a ton of those. But we'll see what exactly they do with that one. Moving on to the next one, though, we have the Enfield number 2, which is actually another pistol. Sort of looks like a revolver type pistol, like a Magnum, which is pretty decent, which is pretty awesome as well. If you want to move over to the next one, though,
Walther P38 kind of reminds me of the P08, the starter pistol. I'm not too sure if this is again a variant or a regular DLC weapon because it doesn't really appeal to me that much. If you look at the image in the description, it looks like a normal pistol.
It looks like a normal, yeah.
But the next one, the Wrights Revolver, which looks pretty dope. It looks kind of like the M1 irons from Advanced Warfare, another Sledgehammer game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so throwing back to that again, it has that Western feel, that revolver action, the 6-cylinder, pop the bullets in, spin it around. It's a cool, swaggy looking pistol. That's one one that I could definitely see myself pulling in the supply drop and screaming just a little bit too loud. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to wake you up. We got the base variants and the additional variants for some new melee weapons as well in the supply drop leak. We have the ice pick, the combat knife, the trench knife. Raid, what are your thoughts on these melee weapons? Do you think it's a good thing? We already have the shovel. What do you think?
Yeah, so I was actually really surprised when the actual melee weapon of the game, like you know, when the game first came out, was a shovel. You know what I mean? Like usually it's a knife, it's a combat knife. They went a different approach. We got a shovel, which, you know, we've seen a shovel in Black Ops 3, and that was sort of like a newer DLC weapon of a melee weapon. It wasn't like the base one. So now we're getting some more. The ice pickaxe looks pretty awesome. The variants of this thing look pretty nice too.
Yeah, they look ridiculous.
Yeah, they look absolutely amazing. Like if I see this in the store, I might just pick it up myself, you know? They just look that amazing. So, we also have like a combat knife sort of thing. So, I guess the original vintage combat knife is returning into the game, which is, I guess, is a pretty good sign. And then, sort of the last one is a trench knife.
Like once a brass knuckle almost on the weapon.
the variants of this thing look really freaking insane. I'm definitely excited to be using this. I know my boy TKO, he's gonna be excited for this as well. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much all of these. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, a ton of weapons, a ton of melees, a ton of SMGs, snipers, pistols, the list goes on and on. New supply drops coming soon, COD points drop tomorrow. There's just so many things happening with World War II right now, so many supply drop updates yet to come out, so many leaked weapons. I'm very excited. Okay, give it to me.
Do you think these are coming, or do you think we're gonna get any new DLC weapons tomorrow with the release of COD points?
I think when COD points come out, we have a good chance of getting some, if not, you know, maybe a small sample size of what we see here, because there is a lot. But if they are going to add anything, I would assume they would add the supply drops before they add the weapons.
I think so too.
Considering the fact that they want to hype up the game but not give too much, the supply drops are like that little teaser, the appetizer. Okay, like here's what you could get. Now we're gonna add weapons in about 3-4 weeks, and then these supply drops are still gonna be there. I think that would be the best plan for them on a business side. But on a consumer side, I would love to see the majority of these weapons come out. But in terms of, you know, keeping the longevity and life cycle of this game rolling with new DLC weapons, new variants, new camo, supply drops, so on and so forth, I think that putting them in waves and releasing some variants, maybe they put out the Arisaka Sniper rifle right now, but they don't release all the variants. I think they could do something like that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll get some, but not all of these, because if we get all of these, like all of these variants, I think they're going to be pulling like an IW. You know, like IW put in so many new variants. They put in like the new variants, and then also like the Mark II sort of variants too. So they dropped everything all on us at once, and it wasn't a good idea. People kind of got like, you know, I guess a little bit, you know, anxious, like, oh my god, there's so much to get now. I got to do this, I got to do that.
Yeah,
so,
overwhelmed.
Yeah, overwhelmed too. Yeah, so it was a little bit, you know, overwhelming. But you know, hopefully we see, you know, some of this stuff tomorrow with the release of COD points. I know both of us are giving away a bunch of COD points on our channel, so if you guys want to enter to the giveaway, drop a like on both of our videos for a chance to win some COD points that are releasing tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to both of our channels in the description, and yeah, we'll see you guys on another one.